Okay, hello and welcome back to St Andrews Road, Coulsdon, everybody. It's number 139 St Andrews Road. It's now January the 29th. I think the last time I made a film of this was probably just before Christmas, so I'm going to show you some of the progress we've been making here. Still got the rubbish pile. I've still got rather a lot of building materials and equipment in the back there. Oh, look, what's this? That looks like a new structure. This is our extension, the extended kitchen, and that is an RSJ, a roof supporting joist. In fact, it's two. It's a steel structure which is going to hold the back of the house up. There's people walking behind me that think I'm talking to myself. In fact, I'm talking to you. Okay, so let's have a look inside. And here we are. Looks like a building site, doesn't it? That's because it is. Still got plastic sheeting everywhere. We've got bare floorboards down here in the hallway. All sorts of paraphernalia. We've got some new radiators. You can see doors have been taken down to make room for new bits of brickwork. We've got the fireplace there that I stripped out a few weeks ago. And we're in the living room here. And what's this? Oh, it's a refrigerator and a cooker. What's that doing in the living room? Well, it must be because there's a lot of work going on in the kitchen, so we'll quickly zap through here and take a look. Now, I don't know if you remember the last film, but this was the kitchen, and there was a wall along here, which is now gone. It's all been knocked out. And you can see up there a big steel RSJ, which is currently supported by these things, which I believe are called acro stands, but don't quote me. There's not a lot of light in here, so I hope you can make this out on the camera. I'm just going to pan round. Whoops. Now you can see here we've got another RSJ. This RSJ goes down into a concrete pad in the floor, which was laid about 2 weeks ago. And this goes all the way up. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to go outside and show you what the rest of that part of the structure, because that's going to hold the end of the new part of the house up. Just 1 minute. Okay, we're just stepping through the kitchen door here, which won't be the kitchen door for much longer, because where we're stood now, this is the extent of the kitchen as it's going to be. Kitchen window. Now if you look down there, I don't know if you can make that out, but that far wall, from where I'm stood here and that far wall, is all going to be one space. So all this stuff, this window, this wall, this is all coming out. And this structure here, which Roger the builder refers to as the goalpost, because I guess it looks a bit like a goalpost, these three steel beams are going to support the new part of the house. We've got some additional steel beams which are going in to support, for example, this part of the building, because this wall here, from this point below, you see where that drain pipe is, that's all coming out. So that needs to be replaced by some steel to hold that up. There we go, there's a lot of weight there, huh? So just coming back into the kitchen through that door now, I'm going to show you what was the dining room. There's a lot of building materials here, and it's kind of been used as a storage. It was a lawnmower, look at that, there you go. A new radiator. But this area here, and this area here that we just looked at, with the steel structure, it's all going to be one big space. Space. Okay, if we pan back again to the dining room, and what we're going to do is step through the dining room door, which is this glass. It's called a picture window, and I'm stepping onto boards here, so I'm having to be very careful. I'll show you. See where my foot is. It's all a big space, which is because the house is built on a slight sloping surface. As we extend out, we get a larger cavity under the ground. Not quite enough to build a cellar that you could stand up in, but space nonetheless. And there you can see that big RSJ poking out the wall there. You see how all that weight of the house is now sitting on that acro stand. God, better not touch it, huh? So you can see the weight of the house sits on that RSJ, and those engineering bricks there take the weight thus. So we're looking now through the, I suppose you could call it the dining room window, but it's all one big space, this kitchen and dining room. So again, from this side, all that white window and all that stuff is all coming out. It's all left to come out. And here you go. That's the view into the garden, so you can see across some scaffolding. And I'm going to whiz down into the garden, step over all of this hazardous stuff, and give you a view of what it looks like from the back. Okay, and there she is. This is what we were talking about in the previous film when we said we were going to extend across the garage width. See, where I'm showing you there, that window opening is in line with where the garage used to be. And I know it looks like there's a whole lot of empty space behind there, but we're actually going to rebuild a new garage behind there with a room above the garage. Wow. So it's quite big at the back. And where we see all of this hose and plant pots and all this discarded stuff, this will be a patio area. Hard to believe that one day we should be taking tea and cucumber sandwiches on the patio. How delightful. It will of course continue to look like a building site, probably for about 12 months, as these projects often do. You get all excited about the inside, and it takes you a while to finish all the jobs and start looking at the outside. But we'll get there. We'll get there. And it's this part of the property that's going to become the new garage with a room above it. Anyway, I think you understand that now. So let's just have a wander along here. Tread carefully across some of these gaps. Gosh, that's the brickwork that forms the bottom of the French doors, or it will do. So you can see one needs to tread quite carefully as we go back into the dining room and back into the kitchen. Right, we'll have a quick ferret around upstairs and then I'll bid you farewell. Certainly not ready to move into yet. This all looks so nice about a month ago when we painted these walls and had this lovely two-tone colour thing going on, and then we had it rewired, and our electrician has fitted new wiring to all these switches, so a lot of the walls have got plaster on them now, so they need redecorating. But it's not a big job. You've got new radiators for the new heating system that's going in. Yeah, another plaster patch. Bathroom's a bit of a tip at the moment. This room sits right above the kitchen where RSJs and things are poking through, so the builders have had to cut around there and mess around with ceiling joists and that kind of thing. Anyway, it doesn't look very inviting, does it? But that's going to be our bathroom for about 2 months. As long as it works, eh? And into the master bedroom. Which almost looks like a bedroom because it's got a bed in it, a new bed. So we've got some nice little features in here. Our electrician has fitted these switches by the side of the bed, so there's your bedside light and your main light on the same switch. And there's a his and hers arrangement. Both have the same thing. So you can switch the light above your head or the light in the room from the same switch. There you go, that's the view out of the window. Our builders' traffic cones, they put them out there so they can park their vans and their delivery vehicles can get supplies in and out. Anyway, come visit us soon. Or at least give us a chance to get rid of this crap first.